Hey guys, this is Slifer Maniac, and I'm dropping today my Mai Valentine character deck profile. So, let's get it started with the monsters on the outset. First we have Dunamis, the Dark Witch. That was a monster she did use in the Battle City Finals against Yami Marek. And before I get really started, I wanted to tell 2 or 3 sentences about this character in general. So Mai Valentine was one of the companions of Yugi, Joey, and the others, and she was also a competitor, a very strong one, which succeeded in reaching onto the finals in the Duelist Kingdom era as well as in the Battle City era. Her beloved and preferred monsters to use as well as archetype is the Harpies, the Harpier sisters on the one side, and on the other side the Amazonas archetype. So, but she also had staple monster cards like this one, so she did use it against, I think it was in quarterfinals against Yami Marek, which did come in handy then. Harpy 1, 2, and 3. These are the very Harpier sisters that were played out very often. Then one of her favorite monster cards, Cyber Harpy. I put 3 in there because I think it fits very handy. Might come in handy. Then Harpier Sisters. Now this was a card that I'm not quite certain about, that one, that it existed as a unique independent card. I'm not sure. There's a magic or a spell card that she uses very often, which I will come to later. How you can call onto the Harpier Sisters, but I'm not certain whether the Harpier Lady Sisters were 3 different independent Harpier monster cards or 1 Harpier Lady Sister cards, which includes the image of all 3 Harpiers in one. So, as it does exist in this form in the TCG card game, I did put it in here. Then Harpier Queen and Harpier Dancer, as well as the baby play dragon of the Harpies. These 3 cards were not included in her deck, but it does exist in the TCG card game, so I put it there. And if it would have been existed in the anime, she would have put there in her deck, quite certainly. Then one card which she did play out very often, engaged in many battles in this specific era as well as others, as the Harpier's Play Dragon. Yeah, one of her boss monsters, you might say. Garuda the Wind Spirit. Now, about this card I can say that I did speculate whether she had this card in her hand, but not in this specific episodes from the Battle City segment sequences, but I guess that she might have it in the Duelist Kingdom era. So I put it here also. And then now about the Amazonas: Fighter, Blowpiper, Chainmaster, Swordswoman, Paladin, the Unfriendly Amazon, and the Amazonas Bow Archer. I think these Amazonas cards were all cards which she used during her Battle City era as in general. Now I did put some others in there as well, as I guessed if it would have been for them in these times, she would have put it in her deck as well. Amazonas Queen, Amazonas Spies, Amazonas Sage, Amazonas Pupil, and Amazonas Spy, as well as Amazonas Tiger. There were cards which are from the GX era, and there was a protagonist that had these monster cards in particular in her deck, but I'm not sure about her name anymore. But as I already mentioned, I dearly speculate that she might have them as well. So that were the monsters. Right after that, we'll come to the spells. Now, Twister, she had a spell card which were very similar. I think it was called Twin Twister, and I also have this card, but I didn't put it in her deck because, yeah, there was a place which that very card had to fill up in another deck, so I replaced it with this one, which has a very similar effect, though it has an different. It does have a difference in its consistency. Its effect is just for open spell and trap cards to destroy, but I think the other one is also for covered ones. So yeah, it's a little bit weaker, so to say. But I think that doesn't destroy the main basic line from this deck. Then, to draw a couple of cards for draw power, Graceful Charity, of course staples like Monster Reborn, Harpier's Feather Duster. That's why I just already talked about the very thing that Twister wasn't not weakening that very deck that much, because she had this destroy magic and trap destroy power as well. And then Ecstatic Funkin Triangle. I'm not sure if that was if her deck was did consist of this card as well, but if it hadn't, she would have put it in there if it might have to exist in the anime or manga. 2 times. Cyber Shield. Now this one she used very often to transform her Harpier to a Cyber Harpier, as it didn't exist as a card in the first place, but later on it did, I think, from the Cyber Virtual era onwards. Also this one, I think it was called Kaleidoscope in the anime, but I don't know how it's called in the TCG card game in English, so I heard here in German it's called Vornehmer Egotist. I think it's called something with Egotist as well in English. 2 times. Then on to the Amazonas spell cards, which she partly had and partly hadn't in her deck. I think Amazonas Spellcaster, which I did put 2 times in, she did also have in her deck, as well as Amazoness Air Piece. Then Amazoness Village. These cards, which I also put them in there, were also, I think, cards, I might guess, I'm not sure, that were in the GX arc as well printed or did exist in the deck of this Amazoness lady, which had a deck full of Amazon cards, monster as well as spell and trap cards. As a result of that, I also put Amazoness Spirit, Fighter Spirit in there. So, onto that Amazoness spell cards now. Oh, I did forget about these two. 2 times Harpious Hunting Ground I also did put in there, and I'm not sure if it did exist in the anime. Then Gryphon's Feather Duster. I think that card she used once, but I'm not sure on which specific duel it was, on which matchup in particular. Then onto her traps, Graffiti Bind, which was shown in her hand against in the versus the Yammerich in the quarterfinals. Also Mirror Wall, Shadow Eyes, Amazoness Archer, Dramatic Rescue. Yeah, these were all cards which were, I think, in this one particular duel. I'm not sure about Shadow Eyes, but I know she used that one in the Duelist Kingdom, so I put it also in here. And then, moreover, I put in there Hysteric Party, Harpious Elegance, Water Core, Amazoness Storm, Amazoness Power of Will, and Amazoness Companion of the Queen. These were all cards which weren't in her deck, I think, but I put it in here as it fits with the 2 archetypes which she has in her deck, especially. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this character deck profile. I did very much. By the way, I have to admit that she also had D-Spell but in her deck, but it was during the Duelist Kingdom, and I did not put every card in here which she had in earlier times, so mea culpa. Yeah. But still, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the like and subscribe button, and yeah, let the bell ring for more content. And coming up one of these days, by 100% in this week. Try to commit myself enough so that I drop another couple of character deck profiles. So, almost concluded about the Battle City heroes, if you want to say it like that, and then we will come to the main villains, as I dropped in the first place Yami Bakura and Yammerich, but there are also others, so yeah, stay tuned for more content about them as well. So good day, bye, and good day, guys. Bye.